hold on to your vodka Quarantini and put down that ball. It's time for another comedy studio house arrest party with Niki Lucarelli and Boob. Watch in awe as Niki introduces the world to a cavalcade of oddball guests and crazy videos. And now sit back and enjoy America's own national treasure, Niki Lucarelli and Boob.
Hey everybody, it's Boob Tube. It's Thursday. It's 8ish, and we're here for you. And applause or not, I don't care. I can't hear you. I imagine that you're applauding, and that's enough for me. I'm your host Niki. This is the Boob Tube. What is the Boob Tube? It is a show where we watch clips, where we have live guests, where we have an excuse to drink alone. And here we are. And I have a great show for you. Before we go into it, I want to tell you, I'm sure I've talked to you before about how my sisters are still getting married despite the pandemic. And one of them is getting married tomorrow. And I'm all stressed out about it, and I always cry at weddings anyways. I always cry at weddings. I'm always like, you're making a huge mistake. That's how. So I cry at weddings, but that's like before the pandemic, because before the pandemic, I was just like, you're going to ruin your life. And now it's like, you're gonna murder our 85-year-old grandfather, you fucking selfish bitch. How it is now. So and Halloween's canceled, which sucks. Halloween is my holiday, you know what I mean? Like Halloween, you can wear a unicorn onesie to brunch because like fuck it, it's Halloween, or maybe you're gonna be like, I was gonna put a tampon in, but fuck it, it's Halloween, that took a turn. It took a turn. So my biggest regret for Halloween is that I don't get to give the adults Jello shots this year, which is something that I started, like a thing I was trying. Sometimes the kids have good costumes though. I don't know. Sorry, Timmy. Sorry about that Jello shot. Or 20. Anyways, I have a great show for you tonight. But first, as always, we have some messages from our sponsors. So stick around. BoobTube coming right back for you. Meow.
It's cool you read self-help too.
Yeah, I'm just looking into it.
Yeah. Well, here you go.
Thanks. I'll give you a call.
Thanks. I like getting calls.
I'll do it. Hey, look what I got. What are those, tiny bottles? No, dude, they're nips. Perfect for times like these. Okay, crack it open. Sounds good. Cheers. Cheers.
Nips. Celebrate the small moments.
If you're intrigued by cleaning as a career, then this isn't the class for you. But if you dropped out of school, have a drinking problem, or need to pay child support, I could be speaking to you. Clean is an opinion. People think it's good cleaning if you can see it. Good cleaning is sometimes better when you don't see it. You're going to get physically ill. It isn't for those that have a weak constitution. Outer appearance may be more important than the inner. Great, you could eat off of the urinals, but if your parking lot is full of dirty diapers and empty Miller High Life cans, then what kind of trap house are you running? I like to tell new janitors to try anything. You've already failed, why not fail yet again? You need that freedom to take risks. It might mean falling in a dumpster to retrieve a lunchbox. Before you know it, you'll be diving in. Those are the kind of risks you're gonna take. If swabbing toilets, cleaning vomit, and fighting pandemics seems too scary, great. You get to get up in the morning and you do it anyway.
It is an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about, okay?
I'm going to share with you all the secrets, the tricks of the trade. This class will give you the skill set that you need to be the top mop wherever you go. With my expert tutelage, you'll be proud to call yourself a janitor. I'm Jimmy Cash, and this is my master class.
Welcome to Calamunga U! Yeah, this is your virtual tour because the pandemic has changed quite a bit of university life. But we're still gonna have some fun. Off we go! Yeah! Behind me right now is a statue of the founding father of Calamunga U. There's graffiti on it because he was a slave owner. So that statue's probably coming down pretty soon. Yeah! Off we go!
I want to thank so much our sponsors, Masterclass and Janitorial Services, Calamunga University. We couldn't do this without you. And Nips, I really couldn't do it without you. So our next little segment, our next little block of acts. Oh, first I want to address a comment. Ken commented, is this live? Yes, Ken. I feel like, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Yes, Ken Canavos, this is live. All right, coming next, we have a song from Matt Shore about, I think it said being a trash boy. I can't wait to see that. We've got Dan Hall. We've got Dan Paswell. It's some Dans. It's a Dan Catamaran coming up next, starting up with Matt Shore, who is a trash boy. Give it to me, Matt.
It's Thursday night, time to take out the garbage. I don't mind, cause I'm a trash artist. Sound the alarm and get off the couch. My friends say I'm like Oscar the Grouch, but I'm not angry or upset when everything smells like old food and sweat. Can't explain just how I feel when I'm throwing away old banana peels. Grab the cans and recycling. Give a sanitation worker a wedding ring. Trash night in the burbs. More trash than I can fathom. Bring it out to the curb. So much enthusiasm. I'm no trash boy, I'm a trash man. So don't even think about messing with these cans.
Hi, my name's Dan, and I'm a stay-at-home boyfriend. People always ask me, like, what does a stay-at-home boyfriend do? And I'm like, are you serious? I've been a stay-at-home boyfriend for 6 months now, and it's one of the hottest jobs I've ever had. Time to make the bacon. Losing my job was tough, but honestly, I think it was a blessing in disguise. You gotta defrost it first. I do a lot around here to maintain this household during the day. I do all the cleaning. I take our dog on nice long walks. Yep, too hot. Maybe tomorrow, bud. And I finally get to catch up on current events. Take the money! What an idiot. It's a hard job, and it's very time consuming. And to be honest, I don't know if anything would get done around here if it weren't for me. I don't know what's been going on with her these past 6 months, but she's changed. And I work too hard around here to be treated like this.
Hello.
Hey man, what's up?
Nah, just hanging out. You know how I do.
Listen, start my own business. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, what is that?
Just give me all your money.
What do you mean? You want me to, like, invest in your company?
No, that's the business. It's great. I take all your money and I keep it safe at my business.
Can't I just keep it at home?
No, man, it's not safe there. Everybody's doing this now.
Like who?
Nobody yet, but they will. You need to get on it quick.
All right, I guess. I trust you. I'll come down there in a little bit.
Awesome.
All right, bye.
I don't want these. What the hell?
Hey, bud.
Don't hey bud me. You took money from me.
Yeah, so?
So? How is that fair?
Oh, it's called a fee. Every few weeks I take some money out, from my business.
What the hell's a fee?
Stands for freely extorting everyone. Totally legal. It's awesome.
Well, you took $20.
So?
I only had 15 in there.
Oh, I can't have that. I'm gonna have to put another fee on that one.
Bro!
Listen, I know that you're angry. I know that you're broke, but I know it'll make you feel better.
What could possibly make me feel better right now?
Lollipop?
All right, that was Matt Shore. That was Dan Hall, who's a stay-at-home boyfriend, and Dan Paswell with the First Bank. And I'll tell you what, I wish I had come up with the idea of a bank, or I wish I'd come up with the idea of like buying a ton of Amazon stock in 1999. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. #regrets. Coming up next. Coming up next. Oh, I wanted to tell you that my favorite thing about doing these kind of shows, like from home, one is that I have a joint in my hand right now. This would never be allowed at the Real Comedy Studio. Rick did not like that. In fact, I was smoking pot outside the door after the Christmas show, and the bouncer was about to kick my ass out. And I was like, I just hosted the show. And he was like, you can't smoke weed here. And I was like, do you see these boobs? I can smoke weed wherever I want. I don't know if you know that about giant tits. Maybe you didn't get the giant tits memo, but they can also smoke weed. I can smoke weed wherever I want. I can't believe I just did that. That's so trashy. I'm such a bad person. Okay, coming on stage next, it's one of my drag daughters, Poison Envy, one of my favorite people. Did I mention she's my drag daughter? There's a familial resemblance. And when I saw her with this video on the Madonna show, I was like, bitch, that's funny. This needs to be on fucking Boob Tube. So please enjoy Poison Envy doing Like a Virgin, like fucking Jason, like fucking Friday the 13th. You'll enjoy. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll laugh, you'll cry.
I was beat, incomplete. I've been
Hold on. You went to the movies during a pandemic? What was that like?
Oh, come on! Fuck off!
John.
It was fine. It was fine. It was fine.
All right, back to me. So our tech person, Eli, just let me know. Yeah, I have a producer. I don't fucking do this by myself. He let me know that he's never heard Like a Virgin before. Like that he was a virgin to Like a Virgin until this moment. And his virgin cherry was popped. God, I have so many virgin puns. Patience is like a virgin. His virgin cherry was popped by Poise, my drag daughter, doing this song as Friday the 13th. So I'm honored by that. And
I'm
Jonathan
learning a lot this
Tilson,
show.
I was just telling the crew, he's like if you scrolled to the end of like the sperm bank catalog and this was the most expensive model. Like that's Jonathan Tilson. He's like 6'5". I don't know. Bless him. Bless. All right, coming to the stage next. Oh my God, coming to the stage is actually somebody coming to the stage. So she has played at the Boston Comedy Festival and now she's playing at the Boob Tube Festival. Please welcome Sherilyn. Yay, where's my podcast? Yay!
All right. So I was jogging the other day and I found a dirty old pair of boxer briefs, some scratch tickets, a little mini broken bottle of Fireball liquor, and a hypodermic needle, which is obviously disturbing and gross. But I'm thrilled that my ex has taken up jogging. Give up that. So ladies, contrary to popular belief, there's actually an upside to dating a drug addict. It makes you a very simple, patient, non-materialistic person because they steal all of your shit. It's all fun and games dating a bad boy until you're driving around with 3 missing hubcaps. So we'll just get down to brass tacks here. So the first and only time that I was ever choked during sex, it is going to go there. I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous. I was actually super excited about it because the sex was so bad. I was hoping he would just kill me. So if you couldn't tell by that one, I'm the small margin of the population that doesn't respond well to Zola. He said, "Why is it such a challenge for you to orgasm? Why is it so hard for you?" And I had to explain to him that antidepressants, SSRIs cause you to have a dip in your libido. But I also had to explain to him, I have to keep taking them to keep dating you. So pick your poison with that one, right? I do struggle with severe depression. So to help me get up in the morning and get the day going, I like to set small personal goals for myself just to prove that despite the odds, I can still achieve anything I set my mind to and still be depressed. I recently celebrated 6 years of sobriety. I am a sober comic, which is a big milestone for me. Pretty pumped about that. There's a lot of things I miss about drinking though. One of the main things I miss is that nice, warm, loose initial buzzed feeling you get, you know, like right before you ruin your life. Yeah, it's tough. Pre-COVID, I did a lot of bar shows and the bartender would say things like, "You always get Red Bull, mix it up a little bit, throw some cranberry juice in there." And it's okay. It's just not the same as blow. I had a guy come up to me after a show and he said, "You know, I like that joke, but you shouldn't say blow. You should say cocaine. But if you nerds don't get the blow is cocaine, I don't care if you get that fucking joke." So we're good there. In all honesty, I chose the path to sobriety because I feel like there's nothing worse than a sloppy, angry, inebriated, drunk person in your face trying to start an argument with you. It's like, lay off, mom. No, my parents are great. They've been married over 35 years, and I attribute that to the fact that they complement each other well because my mom drinks during the day and my dad drinks at night. So if there's ever an emergency, they're both covered. You know, marriage is all about teamwork, right? So, yeah, I highly recommend when you're older for personal reasons, financial reasons, to move back in with your parents for a while because it'll give you a newfound respect and better understanding of elder abuse. My mom's getting older and she keeps saying, you know, I don't want to get old and really sick. If I get to that point, do me a favor, put me out of my misery and just push me down the stairs. And I was like, Mom, look, I love you so much. And we don't have to wait. No, I spend a lot of time with my family. I watch my nephew a lot. He's almost 3 and he does this funny thing where he likes to go poop under his toy basketball hoop in his playroom. And I just say, Colin, dude, you can't do that. That's my spot. Should be a good segue to let you know that I am single. I am 37 and single. There's a lot of differences with being 37 and single versus when I was 27. One of the main things is when someone would reject me when I was 27, I used to say things like, but why? Why don't you like me? And at 37, when somebody rejects me, I say things like, exactly. We're on the same page. When he sits me down to list all the reasons why it's not going to work out, I'm like, I completely agree. At least you get to get up and walk away, right? Yeah, there's just so many things I don't care about at this age. One of the main things is when a guy asks me to text a sexy photo of myself, I forget to crop my snacks out of the background. Yeah. Figure he might as well know what he's getting himself into, right? Because I feel like just lay it out all on the table from the beginning. Because what's the worst that could happen? You know, that's my new theory. What's the worst that could happen? I end up 37 and single. So I did mention sobriety. One of the greatest challenges of my being sober is this thing called sober sex. I don't know if any of you have ever had it, but it's super, super awkward. Not because I have resting bitch face, but because I have resting this isn't working face. So that makes kind of tough. And just to preface this, I'm very self-conscious about getting tapped from behind, doggy style, if you will. Because many years ago when I was 18, I made an awesome decision to get one of those tramp stamp tattoos. And my tramp stamp tattoo is Tinkerbell that my friend drew, who's not an artist. So it looks like Julia Roberts and Hook. So, yeah. So when said guy was back there going at it, I'm still trying to get the voice right, but this is basically what he did. It's kind of interesting trying to do this on Zoom, but he went, "Oh yeah, I'm a real boy, Peter Pan, yeah." So I don't write jokes, I live them. So. And that was a little uncomfortable for me because I had to turn around and say TJ, you know, because of course his name was TJ. That's actually not a quote from Peter Pan. If you want to get technical, that's actually Pinocchio. So, yeah. Pinocchio was the one who was aspiring to be the real boy. Peter Pan was the one who wanted to play in the woods with his friends, string along Wendy and Tinkerbell, build forts. Come on, guys, learn about your heritage. No, I was going Rufio. Okay. That's it for me. Thank you guys so much. I'm Cher.
Sherilyn, everybody. Oh, that was so fun. And I also loved whenever I looked at you, I was like, she's doing her tropical fantasy right now. You know, I love that. I'm like, underneath the mango tree. I love it. All right. So coming next is a new series that we're starting to air. So there'll be one of these on every week until they run out. This is Sarah Martin's Code Green. And I hope you smoke. I'm going to smoke some green while I watch Code Green. Code Green, everybody.
I don't give a shit. I'm not signing a fucking thing until you give me a Coke or a Pepsi. I get a 12-pack in my bag. Right there. Right there. Just one soda.
Okay, I get it. It's just...
No, you don't fucking get it. You don't get a fucking thing. I'm gonna smash this fucking computer right here until you give me a Coke or a Pepsi. I'm gonna smash the fucking computer. Hey, relax, man. Just relax. Man, do I look like a fucking man to you? I don't know a fucking man.
In here?
This
What is the
fucking
malfunction?
Asshole. This guy's an asshole.
I personally don't think Eric's an asshole, but you tell me why you think he's an asshole.
That fucking guy, he's a fucking Nazi, that guy. He's an ignorant fuck. He doesn't see that I'm a lady. I'm a lady and he won't give me one of my Cokes in my bag. And don't you think about putting me in a room with a man. I will sue this hospital so fast I will own this fucking place. Oh no. Oh fucking no. No, don't you fucking dare. That's not my fucking name. My name is Blanche Marie Shaughnessy. You fucking hospitals are all the same. All you do is fuck everything up, fuck everybody's lives up. You don't care. You don't fucking care
Blanche!
at all.
Do you want the underwear or not?
Code green, IPU1.
Stop!
Code green, IPU1.
What was the patient's name?
Shaughnessy.
For fuck's sake, what do you even want?
Look, you gotta get me the fuck.
I don't have to do shit for you, Ronnie. Blanche, whatever. He's not my unit, right?
Nope.
You gotta fix this. I'm not supposed to be in here. Get me the fuck out of here.
I don't date patients currently hospitalized or women prettier than I am.
For once in your life, you can make the right decision and do it! Do it!
Get me out of this fucking place! This is assault!
I don't know whose problem it is. I don't know whose love to give.
It is a summer wedding, so I am just so happy you have this availability. Yeah, we got the tulips. We got the tulips. We got the tulips. Tulips. If you could, who give me all the nippers and bud?
All right, that was Code Green, and then that was another ad from our sponsor, Nips. Nips, when you just want to get a little drunk, you know, just a little nip. When you want to pretend you're a giant, a little nip. So, coming to the virtual video stage left. Fuck. Nips. When you want to mess up all the words on your live show. Oh, and I had a comment. Neil Talbot asked, are those real? Neil, if you're still he says, just to clarify, I mean the curtains. Neil, I want to clarify that the curtains are a green screen. They're from Johnny Carson, but the boobs are so real that if I unfurled them, it would be like the Dead Sea Scrolls across the stage. It would be those curtains. So don't you regret asking? Maybe Pandora's tits didn't need to be open tonight. All right, coming to this virtual stage left next. This next comedian, he has a bunch of amazing videos online that you can check out. He has one that he just did of the guy that goes, yes, in cartoons. He made like a whole 5-minute video about this guy. This is his show, his Zoom show. This is the Stay at Home Show by Anthony Sabelli.
All right, welcome to the class, everybody. I want to start by thanking everyone for enrolling in the Nickelodeon Writers Workshop. Welcome. I think we finally figured out those technical issues we were having earlier with the chat, so sorry about that.
That was my bad. I did not realize I was screen sharing. So, but if anyone does have any advice for the email I'm trying to send to my girlfriend's mom, DM me. I know you're all good writers, so bring it on.
Okay, so I've set up a breakout group for us so that the five of us, excuse me, can more efficiently go over your scripts. So I have some notes here. So why don't we just jump right in? Let's see. Wally Borden.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Thank you. Welcome. I really enjoyed your script, The Three Best Friends. I think this could be a really fun animated series. Reminds me of the Peanuts, or even more modern, like Hey Arnold. Was this taken from your personal life, or was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real life childhood experiences, hanging out with friends for sure.
Okay. I have a few questions specifically about the Elliot character.
Mm-hmm.
On page 3 here, this part here where he says the thing about the rat.
I know the part I know what you're talking about, and it's maybe it's not totally clear.
So why would he say that?
Yeah, why would he say that?
Well, it's really to set up what he does on page 14, that whole sequence.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I understand that now. I think you could make that a little bit more clear for the reader. We were trying to save questions for the end, but if you can make it, if it's quick, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, are we, the other students, are we going to be able to read any of the other students' screenplays for this class, or?
We will not in this session, no. So, Wally, on page 12, when Elliot interrupts the teacher.
I'm sorry. I just got excited. That's my favorite part. It's really good.
Lucy, you read the script?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot, I sent it to her for notes. I was gonna send it to you, ma'am. I think you told me you had to go somewhere.
I haven't left my house since February 15th.
I think the scene on page 12 could be stronger if you moved it to page 20, so it's right after Elliot's.
Yes, thank you. That's a great call. I will move it to 20 ASAP.
Awesome. I really think you have a strong chance if you would consider sending this to our master class. I think we could pass it on to the executives and see what they think. I think that would be a smart move for you with this script.
I would love that. Thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome. Good work. Okay, next script, moving on. Lucy Leonard. Lucy.
Got my pen.
Awesome. Okay, your script, The Trio of Pals. Really good too. Really solid. Really liked it. I thought that the Wally character really popped in this one.
Agreed.
Especially when he wrote that screenplay about Elliot and didn't let him know what he wrote.
What is happening?
Yeah, you could tighten up the part on page 5 where Wally first writes about Elliot, though. And let's see. Yeah, that wraps up that one. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, I have this next script here. It didn't download with the title page. So who wrote the script about the guy whose friends wrote scripts about him and then embarrassed him in a class about it and then acted like nothing happened?
Oh, that was me.
What?
I had some questions about the Elliot character.
And that was the Stay at Home show. And makes me want to stay at home. Really, everything makes me want to stay at home. All I want to do is stay at home. I love these shows because I don't have to wear shoes. It's the best. All right. Coming up next, this next video comes to us all the way from Los Angeles. This gentleman is the regular piano player at the Los Angeles famous comedy store. And hopefully after I air his video, when the pandemic is over, he's going to let me come sit on his piano at the club. That wasn't dirty. Please welcome a song by Jeff Scott. Yay! Late applause. Late applause.
Well, hey everybody, it's me, Quentin Quarantino, and I've got a message for you. Back in the day, the cold would go away, and the flu just hung out for a bit, only a bit. But now it's obscene with this COVID-19, this pandemic just won't quit. Your respiratory droplets simple trick. Here we go. Basket or casket. Basket, casket. That's all you need to do. Basket or casket. Basket, casket. Don't be the end of you. Wear a mask on your face out in a public place. Your friends will surely thank you. Everybody, basket or casket. Basket, casket. 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 Wear a mask on your face out in a public place. It's the neighborly thing to do. Oh yeah. Shoot, papa, loopy, pop, pop, wow. Hey.
Come with your family. Come with your friends. That's the Rocky Point tradition, 'cause it's summertime again. Rocky Point is so exciting. Rocky Point, where you can come alive. Rocky Point, you're all invited to share our summertime. Rocky Point.
All right. And that was an interstitial by Ken Reed. So, Rocky Point coming to the stage next. She has a collaborative comedy album called Laughter is Good for the Soul, available on all platforms. I'm very honored to have on our show Amber Autry.
Yay! Thank you, Nikki. Hey, it's good to be here. I love Zoom comedy, man. I love comedy online. I haven't cared about my internet connection this much since high school when all my boyfriends lived online. This is amazing. I loved having internet boyfriends. We had the deepest conversations. I'd come home and they'd be like, how was your day? And I'm like, normal 16-year-old stuff. I was like, how was your day? They're like, normal 16-year-old stuff. It was perfect. The best part about like internet boyfriends, honestly, is that I didn't get pregnant, which I'm from the South. And that is like, that's a gold star. Cause we had so many pregnant girls in our school that eventually it just became the mascot. Like you didn't know if someone was pregnant or just had a lot of school spirit, you know? So I got out of there scot-free, thank God. I think that was God. My high school would probably say differently. I have a boyfriend now and he's amazing. It's so funny because Alex, my boyfriend, is an engineer. And when I say that, people get very excited. They're like, oh, get it, girl. Get it, girl. I'm like, I didn't go to school for that. I went to school for theater. Like, but I don't think they know what an engineer really does, because every time something breaks, they're like, you know, can Alex fix this? I'm like, yeah, I think he missed the training on NutriBullets. I think you're probably just gonna have to read the manual on that one. My boyfriend is very sweet though, and I know that usually you would think that's a good thing, but sometimes it's to a fault. Like my mom was moving to this small town, and Alex is Googling it in the background, right, checking it out, and he leans in and he's like, hey, I don't mean to kill the vibe, but a lot of people died in this town from asbestos poisoning. I'm like, wow. He's like, I don't want to kill the vibe. I'm like, that is a good, kind man. Someone who's willing to keep the vibe alive and let my mom perish. You know, that's the kind of guy I want to party with. It's so funny because he is so kind. He's so nice, but sometimes he's like, I don't know what to say. Like, you'll come to me with hard things and I can't find the words to help you. And I'm like, no, totally. I understand that. And then he'll get on Call of Duty and one of his friends will get fake shot and he'll be like, listen, we've got enough ammunition to make it to the end of the mission. Let's just get you out of here alive, okay? I'm like, that's exactly what I need you to say to me right there, dog. Just pretend the stakes, me like breaking a nail and your friend getting fake shot, are just as high, all right? And then we'll be good. He is my best friend. I love having best friends, right? They're awesome, especially now in this time. But do you ever feel like pretty mature until you meet your best friend's other best friend? And then something in your head is like, defend your spot in the pack, you know? Like, say something relatable before they're not your friend anymore. And it always happens when you're introducing yourself, right? So it's like, hi, I'm Amber, and our periods sync up. They're like, okay, freak. Didn't really care to hear that. A lot of my friends, I got to get new friends. My friends, after they got their first stimulus check, they're wilding out. They're buying ridiculous stuff. And you always know that people spent too much on an item by the way they watch you use it. Right? Like, I did 3 squirts of my friend's room spray, and she was like, damn, okay. I'm like, look, if you spent over $10 on something or named it like your baby, I don't want to hold it, dog. That's way too much responsibility. Plus, nowadays, like, you don't have to buy things to appear rich, right? Like, honestly, rich people's new thing is pretending like they don't have things. Like, I can't tell you how many times I walked dogs for rich people and couldn't find their trash can, man. Like, I was like, where are they putting this dog's poop? In their smoothies? Like, why can't I find a damn trash can? And it's not until I get fed up and start waving my hands that shit like zzz, comes out of the wall, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just lived a different life, right? Like, my family, we kept the trash can out in the open just in case we couldn't afford to feed the dogs that week. Like, they knew where to get their food, you know? We're good pet parents, don't worry. I am trying to, like, get another job, so I've been on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is such a liar. They keep sending me notifications that's like, producer in your area. And I'm like, oh, perfect, that's what I'm looking for. And I click on it, and it's like, at McDonald's, producer fries. I'm like, bitch. Let me go ahead and apply and see what happens. Because honestly, McDonald's was the best job I ever had, man. Like, people, when I worked at McDonald's, people had the highest expectations for me, but also just expected me to fail. Like, I can't tell you how many times I just left the patty outside of a burger, and people would show up for breakfast the next day and be like, let's try this again, shall we? I'm like, you are wild. You must really love the taste of flour. I was talking to, I think the scariest thing, I'm not even scared about, like, not having a job. That's not it. The scariest thing in my life right now is my period. I'm so terrified of my period. I'm 30 years old, and I can loudly ask for cocaine, but I have to whisper for a pad. When is that going to be over, you know? I feel like that's what started the first war. Like, this girl got her period through her loincloth, and this guy was like, ew, what's that? And she's like, that guy stabbed me. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's definitely not period blood. That would be disgusting. Eventually they would figure her out, though. You know, they'd be like, listen, Bertha, you've been getting stabbed for a whole week every month. Have you ever considered that you're the issue? You know, it's your problem. I'm glad that we're all like, I'm meeting people online. This is dope. I feel like people after the quarantine are going to be scared to admit that they met in person. They're going to be like, no, God, it was mostly online. And we wore a mask throughout the entire fingering. Most of the fingering. I'll get out of here on this, guys. I want to say, because I'm so proud of this, that I have gotten a handle on weed. I can smoke weed now. That's some real hot girl shit. Because I want to say an apology to the guys in college who would invite me over thinking we were gonna boink, and they'd smoke me out, you know, and I'd be like, am I gonna die? Like, they'd be like, Amber, is that your name? I don't know, girl. I don't know. But now I've got a complete handle on weed. Like, I can have sex, smoke weed, have sex with my boyfriend, and I'll just be like, are we gonna get married? So it's way more chill. Okay, I'm Amber Autry. Thank you guys so much.
Yay, Amber Autry, everybody. Everybody in the house. So what's happening next? Let me check it out. All right, we've got some videos coming up. We have one more live guest. I hope that you're ready to stick around. I've been really learning a lot tonight. But myself and Nips. So this next video is about well, I don't want to ruin for you. It looks like it's another master class, and this time by Liam McGurk. So enjoy, please.
If you take your kid to a bad playground, does that make you a bad mom or a bad dad? Absolutely not. It just means you don't care. A swing is supposed to be having you go Wee! But after a few turns on this swing, I'm just wondering why. Ring around the rosy pockets, will you blow me? This thing is boring. This is hardly a challenge. Look at this slide. Is there anything on this playground that isn't a giant let down? How nice. In the middle of Mulch, aka our club. Yeah, when kids are 3, let's teach them to be hierarchical and exclusive. Empty soccer net. This is why we're always going to come second to China. You know what? Like a caterpillar transforms to a butterfly, you know, flies away, lives a different life. A poll. So whoever made this playground, hoard out their ambition to make a decent playground for children. This playground is an atrocity. I don't know who this David guy was, a real freak show. Turn it off! This jungle gym should be like my Uncle Jim. Ground. Oh, this hurts so much. God damn it, I love being hot. I'm gonna have signs on every city block about this thing. We're gonna get this thing destroyed immediately. Swings aren't an art statement. No one understands me. My problem with playgrounds nowadays, they're too soft. My father, his playgrounds were cement. He died. He's a goal for play. To go to or be lava. And that's what we lost. I'm Mr. M. Depressed.
Hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, I don't mean to wake you up too early.
It's cool. What time is it?
It's like 1 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the couch? Sleeping alright?
snip. Celebrate the small moments, like you're doing a show out of your basement. It's just like Wayne's World, except it's like it's just like Wayne's World. So coming to the virtual stage is actually somebody coming to the virtual stage, and this next performer is one of my real life favorites. He did Shitface stand up when right around before everything went bad and just fucking crushed. I have him on as often as I can. Please welcome Big D. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. My name's Timothy. I'm a fuck boy. Fuck yeah, dude. Like, seriously? Like, Christina, seriously? I will fucking, like, right now, like, on everything, dude, I will come to your fucking house right now, and I swear to fucking God, I will eat your ass. I swear to God, because that's what fuck boys do. Fuck yeah, dude.
That was my mailman, actually. He's a wild motherfucker. Just
fuck yeah, dude. Here's your mail. Have a good one. My name's Timothy.
I'm like, yeah, I get it. Fuck boy Timothy, I see you. My mom used to do a lot of fucked up shit to me when I was younger. And you know, one of the things that she used to woman spit all the way to fucking school. You feel what I'm saying? It's terrible. But you know, and I know that she was sucking dick the night before, and I know that's bad, but it's natural. And I said all that to say this. Now I have a son, and now I walk him to the bus stop every morning, and I lick my thumb, and I wipe the crust out of his eyes, and I tell him, look, son, I need you to get your education because I don't want you out sucking dick all night like grandma. Please. I recently, you know, one of the best things I noticed in Boston or whatever when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on was that white people were actually supporting black businesses, and I thought that shit was dope. But I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial. Black people, we need to get our shit together. Because my friends call me and they're like, hey, do you know a restaurant? So I sent them to a black-owned business, and on Monday they was open from 12 to 2. On Tuesday they were open from 1 to 3. On Wednesday they were open from 12 to 6. And Thursday I go to get something to eat, and the fucking hours on the sign said, motherfucker, when I feel like it. I felt that shit. My dick stopped working recently, and I ended up getting Blue Chew, which is Viagra for men. But come to find out, they do a telehealth screen just like this, a Zoom call. And this fine nurse comes on. She goes, hi, I'm with Blue Chew. I have a few questions for you. And I was like, all right, perfect. So and she asked me some shit that I wasn't really ready for, but I knew I was going to lie anyway. So she goes, are you in perfectly good physical health? Yeah, of course. She goes, can you walk up 3 flights of stairs without being winded? Yeah. Do you suffer from high blood pressure or diabetes? No, of course. Now you have Blue Chew. And I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much. But now it's like with Blue Chew, you know, my girl wants to fuck all night. I can fuck all night like I'm 18, but the next morning I sound like a guy that's 72 from Southie. Just like, oh, fuck, dude, I can't do it anymore. I can't fucking do it. She's putting in too much work on me, kid. I gotta slow the fuck down. I can't do it. Now it comes to the point where my girl, she just wants to fuck all the time. And you have to say no. Fellas, we have to say no. We have to have the empowerment to say no. And once you do that, she's going to turn to that little white girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Daddy, no, I want chocolate, Daddy. Daddy, I want it. I want it now, Daddy. Please give it to me, Daddy. I want it. And then you can look her dead in the eyes and say, I got a golden ticket. I'll leave you with this last joke, which is kind of fucked up, but whatever. So, I was high on mushrooms yesterday. I went to the beach, and this woman was walking by, and she had, I just don't understand why some females can wear their pants like deep inside their moose knuckle and not realize that something's going on. So the woman is walking towards me and just a big sweat stain on her coochie. And she thinks that I'm looking at her like, oh, this fucking guy's a creep. But really in my head, I'm looking at her because I'm on mushrooms and I'm thinking her pussy's like, get me the fuck out of here! Get me the fuck out of here! Like her pussy was screaming to me like my aunt was at the last Black Lives Matter movement, where she was just like, I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Get me the fuck out of here! Anyway, that's my time. I'm Big D. Thank you very much.
Big D. Big D, you can check him out on his podcast with the In the Gutter podcast, right?
Yes.
Where can they find that?
On iTunes, Spotify, all streaming platforms.
Fucking fabulous. Big D.
Fuck yeah, dude.
One of my favorite. Fuck yeah, you're always my favorite. Coming up next is one of my, I feel like I'm saying this a lot, but this is true. This is one of my best friends. And she also runs Boston Drag Gauntlet, Providence Drag Gauntlet, and has been kind enough to let me be judge all of these competitions. Worcester Drag Gauntlet. I'm the Michelle Visage of these. It's like the most amazing thing of my career. God, I gotta get a better career. So please welcome my good friend Candy Dish with Torn. And please don't flag this. I just want to say don't flag this. It looks like you should flag it. Don't. Fucking don't flag this. All right, Candy Dish and Torn. All right.
To life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adore. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I am anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. Conversation has run dry. That's what's on. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already torn. So I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seized what was there and not some holy light. But you crawl beneath my veins and now I don't care. I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. So many things that I can't touch. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late.
Well, and that was Candy Dish. We share a storage space together. It's like we're married. All right, coming up, news stories. News stories with my panel. So all of the comedians tonight are going to take part, and we're going to just talk some shit about news, but nothing political. This is all just stupid shit. So just like let your mind your mushrooms. We're not going to get freaked out. We're just going to talk about stupid shit. All right, coming up. Police in Kentucky said they conducted a traffic stop when they spotted something suspicious about a vehicle's license plate. It was homemade, and here it is. This is the license. This person made, that was my shot. I just dropped my shot. All right, probably for the best. He drew this. A guy drew this, and you know why they pulled him over? You won't even guess. They pulled him over. It's missing the registration sticker. Or like the sticker that says like October 2020, like he's missing that. That's why they pulled him over. And then a closer look revealed that it was paper and hand drawn. And then once they pulled the guy over, he had a suspended driver's license, and the vehicle was not insured. So that's the story. So what can we learn from this panel?
That's some impoverished shit right there. That's some McDonald's. I worked hard for the money type shit.
People are always trying to bring artists down, man.
That's terrible.
I mean, I thought it was done pretty well. I was thinking maybe this guy will get a career at like Disney or something. Like, what if he did that from memory? You know what I mean? Like, what if he just sat there and did this from memory?
Is it at least made out of metal, or is that paper and marker?
Yeah, it's fucking like, it's not even like regular. It's no bullshit. It's like third grade marker type shit.
It'll just wash away in the rain.
I mean, it's as a grown ass man, you should be able to at least trace some letters, but he colored the shit so it can look like it was like metal almost. Like
It's Kentucky, dog. He did his best.
that is right.
I knew a guy from Kentucky once who lived in a shed, and he used to get a lot of ass though.
It was a really nice shed.
I think I'm moving next week.
Moving your shed.
Yep. He shed.
All right, this next story comes to us from Lake George in New York. It was a choppy afternoon on the lake, and Jimmy McDonald from Albany was paddling on a kayak. He drifted away from his wife. Oh, let me change this. Let's change this to this. He drifted away from his wife, and he had his smartphone. He was filming, right? I gotta stop reading this. He was filming, right? And then he drifted away from his wife and daughter. So now he's in the kayak alone. He's lost. And and he loses his oar. Then he loses his oar, and the kayak flips, and he's out of the kayak. And then it turns out his life jacket is ill-fitting. Okay, so he's in this ill-fitting life jacket, so it's like kind of rising like up on him, and he's like and he's just holding his $1,400 iPhone out of the water. Okay, so this is how this dude was just making it happen. And he didn't want to yell for help because he thought that would be seen as weakness. Like he decided it was too gay to call for help, so he didn't call for help. And then what came upon him was priests on a floating tiki bar. He was saved by a group of priests.
Is that an
This is
outhouse?
true. This is not a fake news story. I'm sorry. I know I was really milking it, but he had, and then it turned out the guy who they rescued, he was a drug counselor and a recovering addict. So this is a picture of the boat that rescued him, but these are the actual guys. These are the priests. So a group of priests having a party on a tiki bar rescued a guy from drowning that thought it was too gay to call for help. That turned out to be a recovering addict. So
God was like, you should have just got a divorce. Like, why are you doing extra trying to get away from your wife?
One of the look really hot.
Yeah, go back to the other picture because we want to figure out who the actual guy is. Who do you think is the ex-addict?
I think it's this guy.
Yep,
I think
damn
it's
right.
that
He looks
guy.
like he's from Southeast.
Oh, yeah, for
He
sure.
was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Thanks for saving me, man. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude."
Like everyone else is in a collared shirt. You know, they're all like, we can play polo, we could play golf. We're not fucking swimming.
And they all look like they don't get any pussy except for him. He's the only one. He looks like the douche that's gonna try to ruin your daughter's heart.
Yeah, he's gonna buy you like a Bud Light and
Yeah, like, hey, are you hungry? Hey, why don't you have some of these bar nuts? Yeah,
Oh,
that's
do
the
you
deal
feel
right
sick?
there. Oh, you
Oh,
got
do you
some
have a
pretzels.
headache? You know what's good for a headache? Sucking a dick. I don't know if you know that.
They just they just all
Gotta keep
proposition him
bobbing
for
it and
sex
bobbing
after
it. Yeah,
rescuing.
I know because I did it in prison. I know
That's
that.
what.
I
What do you think
switched-
that
I switched
outhouse
the
is
whole-
for on the boat? It's a
All right,
confession
so I'm
booth.
going to jump from this tale to talk about how Canada's chief public health officer has issued safe sex guidelines for the coronavirus pandemic,
Right.
including recommending that you wear a face mask while you have sex, and then you don't kiss, and then you do this. Maybe don't do this. Leave them on. Leave them on. Don't take a, and this is scary because you could be putting on the other person. They look like jock straps.
Right. And then, but I can still get head, right? He said you can't kiss, so
Yeah.
I don't mind wearing the mask, but as long as we put a hole in that motherfucker.
Call him on the
No,
phone
you
and
can't
ask.
kiss. You can only do a hole in the sheet. You can do a hole in your
And
underpants.
well, I can do that because I would look like a Jigglypuff. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo back in the day with that mask on, and then I'll be the chocolate Jigglypuff with a mask, and I would look like a Japanese anime character.
Have you considered going on Chatterbait? I really feel like there's a market for this.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but no, I don't. I wouldn't take those chances.
Can't be taking those chances. All right. So our last tale comes to us from the world of celebrity news, and that it's Aaron Carter. Yes, the real Aaron Carter is now playing guitar naked and taking showers in his porn debut on a cam site. Yes, Aaron Carter. He has bared all in his
Oh my
latest
God,
business
dude.
venture. And he also sat down and played a guitar naked in one of his videos. And I want to know if it was one. In my mind, he played Wonderwall. Like, that's what I want him to play. But
I watched it. I masturbated to it.
What?
was it worth the $10? Because I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about getting
Oh my
it. I
God.
really want it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This is not the first fucked up story about Aaron Carter I've heard this week.
Oh, what
Yeah,
was
but
the
have you
other
heard
one?
anything about Nick?
No,
Nick is
not a
old
thing.
news. Aaron's succeeding right now. Look at him go.
Aaron's the relevant Carter.
I'm so all for this. I am like, get it. Go get it, babe. You like, you want to play guitar naked? Are people going to give you $50 to do that? Fuck yeah. Like,
Make that money.
a piece? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's money to be made. Like, Bella Thorne just crashed, OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
Where she was like, oh, I'm going to give you a nude for $200. And then it like wasn't a
What?
nude. And like, I feel you, Bella. Like, I once got one of my shows promoted by sending a picture of me that had like my boobs like brushed out, but I looked naked. I was like, here's a naked picture of me. Like, I wasn't, but I'm like, here you go. So, like, I feel her hustle. I do feel her hustle. And I feel like, the Aaron could be doing something similar. The money's there. I like John Stamos. Imagine if John Stamos had an OnlyFans.
I'm imagining it.
Yeah, like we're imagining.
Subscribed.
I'm gonna get. I was thinking of getting
Subscribe,
one.
bookmark.
If unemployment runs out, I'm gonna have to get like an OnlyCans, and I'm just gonna show like. From here to here. It's gonna be OnlyCans.
We're gonna see Neil again.
I feel like that could maybe help me pay my rent in my laser office because I'm not going back to work anytime soon. So, well, that has been our show. Does anybody want to plug anything? Does anybody have a show they want to plug? I'm in a bar. I'm going to be in a bar right now. Does anybody have a show they want to plug?
This isn't a show, but I do sketches with After Dark Comedy. You should follow our YouTube because we're doing cool shit. And yeah, if you want to laugh, follow After Dark Comedy.
Awesome. Amber, do you have anything you want to plug?
Oh, that was me.
That
That was you. I'm looking at your name too. I'm literally looking at your name over your head, and I just, and that's why Nikki doesn't have a live show anymore. All right, Cher, do you have something that you want to promote?
I did, but it just got canceled. So
Fuck it.
But no, just share Bearstagram, share Bear tweet.
That's
Those are my
your name is Cher Bear on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, share Bearstagram and share Bear tweet.
That's really cute. That's really good branding. I like that. That's adorable. Do you have any art done of yourself, like as like a Care Bear? Because I think that's next, and I know somebody.
That recently, but you know what? Good idea. I know an artist, and I'll ask her. I'll do something like a cool logo.
Or maybe we just get you a beautiful shirt and you have something on your belly that that would be really cute. Sorry, let me just that was something that should have been in a private message, and I'm just like, let me tell all 20 of you watching all my business. So that is Share Bear on Instagram and Twitter. And Big D, do you want to plug Gutter Mike?
Yeah. Check out InTheGutterPodcast.com. Also check me out on Instagram at official Big D Comedy. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
Support
Well,
Black Lives Matter.
That is a fucking show. We'll be back in 2 weeks on Thursday, the 24th, with I don't know who's on that show. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get drunk. You're gonna love it. It's now time for the credits. Eli, can you play me some credits music? You can do the credits. I know you can.
Do it.
Credit. Give me some. I'm moving my mic out of the way.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
Mike, tell me what day it is today?
It's Wednesday, 10 a.m.
Almost Friday.
Not really, but
Weekends are just that. The end. Take back the weekday and crack one open with Father Time. Nips, celebrate the small moments.
Ooh, pizza's here.